Coming up in tonight's bulletin, the final audit report of the 2023 Pacific Games is expected to be completed in the first quarter of 2026. The Woodford International School robotics team, Solobot, made history for the Solomon Islands after securing 4th place at an international robotics competition in Panama. And UXOs still remain a constant threat, with hundreds of thousands of munitions still scattered across the islands, putting ordinary citizens at risk. Hello, you're watching SIBC's TV News Bulletin. I'm Andrea Mahanwa. The final audit report of the 2023 Pacific Games will be completed by the first quarter of 2026 as the National Hosting Authority works to finalize the document amid public demand for accountability. Simon Tavake reports.
The final audit report of the 2023 Pacific Games is expected to be completed in the first quarter of 2026. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele confirmed this during a press conference this week. He said the National Hosting Authority, NHA, is working around the clock to ensure the report is finalized in response to public interest.
On the audit report, yes, it has taken quite a while. But it's a huge sort of a piece of work that start law 2019, I think, and not just 2023 during the game. So it covers a number of years, and there has been some progress. But part of the delay is due to the fact that the Games Organizing Committee, who was given the responsibility to expend most of the funds, straight after the Games, the Organizing Committee was it was disbanded. So that leaves the hosting authority, the National Hosting Authority, with the task of trying to retrieve even documents and records that are needed by the Auditor General's office.
Mr. Manele added that while there has been some progress, the delay was due to the disbandment of the Games Organizing Committee, GOC, after the Games, which left the NHA with the task of retrieving records and documents required by the Office of the Auditor General.
So that's a huge task. We hope that by first quarter next year, I think, that these audits should be completed. So that's on the audit reports. It's a priority work that this office, through the National Hosting Authority, the chairman, who is leading that work, will continue to do that. But we know the agency, we know that there is public interest to ensure that this audit work is completed as soon as we can. So the chairman and the members of the Hosting Authority are committed to ensuring that all the audit reports here are completed and of course tabled in cabinet and also.
SIBC TV understands that once completed, the report will be presented to the National Parliament. Simon Tavake, SIBC TV.
The Woodford International School robotics team, Solobot, has made history for the Solomon Islands after securing 4th place at an international robotics competition in Panama, ranking the country among the top 4 out of 190 nations worldwide. Sharon Anau reports.
Woodford International School robotics team, known as Solobot, has earned 4th place at the International Robotics Competition recently held in Panama, Central America. Solomon Islands now rank 4th in the global robotic ranking out of 190 countries. The team, upon their arrival into the country today, was welcomed by teachers, students and parents of Woodford International School. Ministry of Education and Human Resource Permanent Secretary praised the team for their achievement.
Our heroes for their fine achievement in the robotic competition that they participated in. There is no time that I can remember where a secondary school has participated in this robotic competition.
Speaking to SIBC News, Woodford International School robotic mentor and coach describes the achievement as an overwhelming experience.
Previous ones, a lot of things by me I put them into factors. One, the module mi fala go with him, him worker for journal competition, and sometimes him no blend with him na strategies where other teams can bring him in. So time if I please sometimes our robot module him work with him water but not in a full efficient way. Unlike this time, I'm simple but I'm very efficient across any strategy where I come with him. So that makes the difference with him or the teams when we play with him too. How our alliance with him or team blame Solomon and then our complementing each other low competition. Or everyone have how for strength each one him helping each other. I think that's that's a big difference now.
So throughout the tournament, it was a new experience for me. It opened up new doors for me, new thoughts, new ideas, especially how different countries would collaborate with each other, how different minds would think to be alike or different strategies that could be made just to reach the same goal. It was a really new experience for me. Last year in Athens, I attended last year in Athens. That was my first time. Last year in Athens was my first time attending robotics. It was nerve-wracking, to be honest, because when I hear robotics and scientists, I always think of quiet people, like sitting in a room, building robots and all that. But when I actually got to the events, it was live, it was energetic. Everyone had energy everywhere we went. Each day, there was no silence at all. This year for Panama in robotics, it was different because I was more experienced this time. So I was able to understand more clearly, understand the goals, what they're asking for, and the strategies.
Meanwhile, Woodford International Head of School congratulated the team for the outstanding performance.
You know, education is multifaceted. There's so many people that have to have involvement. You know, I like to say that it's the teacher, it's the student, and it's the parents. Without that trifecta, you can't really have a successful education. So we're just happy that we have the honor to do this. We thank our community, we thank our parents, we thank the Ministry of Education, everybody that supports us to be able to represent the nation and to be able to capitalize on this. So we're just hoping that, you know, this fourth place finish puts us in the spotlight, not just as a school, but as a nation, and it allows us to hopefully spread this. What we want to be able to do is not just have it be here, but also be throughout other schools. We want to challenge other schools to also bring up their STEM robotics coding programs.
Sharon Nanel for SIBC TV.
Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele has described unexploded ordnances as a serious threat to lives and development in the Solomon Islands, as the government plans to initiate regional talks to address the long-standing danger. Simon Tavake reports.
Unexploded ordnance, UXO, still remains a constant threat, with hundreds of thousands of munitions still scattered across the islands, putting ordinary citizens at risk. Over the years, many Solomon Islanders have been injured or killed by these remnants of war. Just last week, a bomb exploded at town ground in Honiara, injuring one person. Prime Minister Honorable Jeremiah Manele, in a press conference this week, said the presence of UXOs is a serious threat and a major obstacle to the country's development efforts.
With regards to the UXOs, this is a huge, threat in our country. It's unfortunate that we have lost lives over the years, including the recent incident where somebody was injured, I believe. But it's a huge challenge, a huge obstacle to the lives of our people, a huge obstacle to our development efforts in the country. The Ministry of Police continues to attach priority to this. Work with the Halo Foundation continues in terms of UXOs, as well as with our other partners.
He said they will initiate a regional dialogue on the issue, as it also affects other Pacific countries. The matter was included in the outcomes of the 54th Pacific Islands Forum Leaders Meeting communique held in September this year.
And it's also at the regional level, part of the outcomes of the 54th Forum Communique. We would like to sensitize this threat at the regional level, because it's not only Solomon Islands, there are also other countries in the region that have these World War II legacies in terms of UXOs. So we will be initiating or spearheading a regional program on UXOs as well. And we would like to pursue this during our term now as chair of the forum.
More than 8 years after the Battle of Guadalcanal, what remains is not only the relics of war, forgotten by time, but also a painful history that will remind people of its horrors. I'm Simon Tawake for SIBC TV.
Preparations are well underway to ensure a smooth, transparent, and fair elections for the Solomon Islands National University Students Association SINUSA executives next week. Alex Tadamo reports.
Preparations are well underway to ensure a smooth, transparent and fair elections for the Solomon Islands National University Students Association SINUSA executive next Wednesday. Returning Officer Cinderella Letona says SINU is gearing up for the elections.
Team Mifala well prepared for work hard for Mifala conducting this smooth and fair election for the student next week, law number 12, Wednesday next week.
She says measures are in place to ensure there's transparency throughout the voting and counting process.
Me engaging securities officers for mas present lo each polling station. Mifa garem 7 fala polling stations lo all throughout 3 campuses ya. So each polling stations ya about a securities officer ba o kata present lo hem during voting and counting about security officers ba o ta also present lo counting too for security purposes. For transparency o ta each candidate ya o ta garem 2 nominators ya ba one fala nominator ba hem sabe one nominator at a time for him present inside law counting venue.
Cinderella adds that accessibility is a key focus, ensuring that every eligible student has the chance to participate.
Election notice and published lo SINU media page ya, SINU media for equal access for access to every students and staff. And SINU hem providing free Wi-Fi or the student bago access mo the information ya lo dia. Yeah, so that's how Mifala ensure that student receive mo the information ya and then ta come and casting vote block kita lo during election day.
As students prepare to cast their votes, Cinderella encouraged students to come forward and exercise their voting rights.
So, message blominoma for students. Please, you fala come for participate inside this wala important event or important elections for you electing na o kata executive members below you for representing you lo university. For staff milag for o kata staff too for o kata come and help them na student below you me for Yumi waka for Yumi help a much student blame me. Me understand that this one is voluntary work, yeah. So you come and you help a much student blame me so that oketa casting vote blow oketa.
SIBC TV understands that the outgoing SINUSA executives is the shortest serving executives at the Students Association SINUSA after being elected to the office just 6 months ago. Alex Tadamo for SIBC TV.
And now, as the festive season approaches, some Solomon Islanders are exploring ways to help their communities. In the spirit of giving back, Moses Aunama Jr. and Smith Kaichu'u intend to organize a financial literacy training opportunity for women on Bellona Island in Rennell and Bellona Province. The community initiative aims to empower women with knowledge and tools to thrive.
The challenge is seeing our women in our province, I would say more specifically the ward that may come out from, where Okata, I would say the province is already isolated. And the women, and not only women, but the people being in that isolated province, they have been isolated from a lot of things. And one of the things where I'm passionate about, because me and Smith has been doing in our community in White River, is connecting our young people with them capacity building trainings, just to add value to their knowledge and what they're doing. So, and again, I think the organization that we really wanted to get them there because of their content being very basic and ready, sort of rural ready to side ANZ. They have a very good content with financial literacy, and it's a 2 days training on money mind.
There's opportunity around everywhere in Honiara, and there's like women elites where they have the access to all this opportunity. Only the ones in the rural areas no garem voice for herem, or no garem access to opportunity because of lack of access law networking. So this could be a good start for us to try, not just Bellona, maybe further on other islands as well, targeting rural areas.
Aunama and Kaichu'u initially approached several organizations seeking assistance towards the initiative. However, there was no positive response.
The first idea for us was to get all the stakeholders that are related to financial literacy. We would like to have those who deal with the online payments and stuff, and we would like to educate our women in terms of finance and as well as the literacy side of it, but we're not able to do it now. So what we really wanted to see now is it happen, so that people and stakeholders can see that, what we've been trying to get it to our province and our women have actually happened.
The pair will be hosting several fundraising drives over the coming weeks, the first being at Tario Cover Bar in White River, West Honiara, this Saturday. All proceeds will go towards supporting the financial literacy training for women in Bellona next month. And that's news. Follow us on sibconline.com.sb and our SIBC News Facebook page for more of our latest stories. Thanks for watching.